Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, one of my eyes are already done, but before we jump into the other eye, I'm going to take this FARASLI Rose Gold Elixir and apply that to my lips just to hydrate them before we go in with any matte liquid lip later. So to start off our eyes, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyelid, and you can go in with any concealer that you have. I'm going ahead and using the Urban Decay one, but honestly it doesn't matter. Then once you have that already set, go ahead and set it some more using any translucent powder or vanilla shade that you have. And now moving on to the start of the eye, you're going to want to take some tape. For this, I am using painter's tape. I feel like it's a little bit less harsh on your skin than regular Scotch tape, and I put it on the back of my hands so it's less sticky. So you want to place this in a cat eye shape. I like to follow the bottom lash line all the way up and make sure it's even with your other eye, and then I go ahead and I make sure it's really flattened down on the sides because you don't want any shadow to really move once you place it on your lids. Okay, and now going in with the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow and I Spy, I'm going to be buffing this back and forth into my crease using a Sigma E40, and you can buff this back and forth a little bit higher and lower into the crease because this is our first transition color. It's not going to show through too much. And once we are done building up that color, I'm going to take this yellow pressed shadow right here from Colourpop in the shade Tiki, and it's going to really bring a little bit of warmth and warmth to the eye. You're just going to dust this a little bit back and forth, nothing too much because you don't want a heavy amount of this. And then going in with Melrose, which is a beautiful terracotta brown, and you're going to do the exact same thing, just placing that above the other two colors and building up the intensity. These colors combined bring such a pretty warmth to the eye. Since we're going to go in with like purples and pinks, this is really going to make the whole look really pop and show through. So now taking this deep matte purple shade called Cloud 9 from Colourpop on a Morphe M330, I'm going to keep this on the outer part of my lid and my lower crease towards the tape. This is going to really give you that cat eye illusion and creating that smoked out wing. You're going to be here for a while really building up this color. This color is a deep color, so you want to go in really lightly and then slowly begin to pick up more as you go and building up and deepening up that outer part of the crease and outer part of the lid. Wow, that was a lot. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of that yellow and a little bit more of that terracotta brown and just buff that into the crease. Again, just really blending it in with that purple and really giving you that pop of warmth in the crease. Oh my God, what a tongue twister, seriously. So then I'm going to take those colors again, just keep blending everything out and then going back in with that deep purple and just beginning to build it up a little bit more. So now switching gears, I'm using a Sigma E25 and I'm going to go into this Colourpop shadow called Wait For It. Is that what it is? Yeah, Wait For It. It's this really soft pink peachy kind of color, and I'm going to place it in the middle between the front part of my lid and that purple, blending that purple and that pink peach color together. So once I have packed it on, I'm going to switch back into that brush from Morphe and just blend those two colors in together. No additional product. You just want to make sure everything's seamless and everything's blended out without any harsh lines. So you're going to see me repeat these steps, just going in, buffing and blending it out until I get the right amount of color. So now going in with this gray taupey kind of color called Take the Lead, and I'm using this like flat-sided shader brush. I'm going to begin to really smoke out that wing. I'm going to start off with the gray just to give you that gradient smoky kind of effect, just dragging it very lightly above that tape. And now dipping in a little bit into the black. You don't want to go really harsh into the black. You want to dip in a little bit and just do the exact same thing we were just doing with that gray with that black. This is going to give you the really cat eye illusion of having a smoked out wing without actually having wing liner with gel. And you want to make sure that you keep the brush a little bit above the tape, which is going to give you that really sharp illusion. So now switching back into that Morphe M330, I'm going to go into the deep purple and just blend everything out into the wing so everything seems very precise. So now going into this super pretty shadow called Pep Talk. It's like a light pink. It looks very pink in the pan, but when it goes on kind of silvery, like pinky. I don't even know how to explain it. It's such like iridescent pretty color. We're gonna pack that into the inner part of our lid and just blending it upwards a little bit and dragging it above that pink. Then I'm gonna go in with the pink a little bit more, put it in between, and then you're gonna see me going back and forth, just putting it in between and then blending it on top. This is gonna really give you that ombre effect. And then for a little bit more glitter, I'm gonna go into this Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy and just place that into the center. You don't want to put a lot. I'm just gonna sporadically place this all over the center of my lid, and then I'm gonna go back in with that flat shader brush and just tap it on top, just kind of taking some away and also blending it in together. Then I'm going to go back into Pep Talk and just lightly place that above the glitter. This is just going to make everything kind of settle down a little bit more. You're going to see me go back in with the pink, and then that is it for the eye look. You're going to slowly rip this tape off, and you want to slowly do it so you obviously don't hurt your skin. And as you can see, boom, you got a super sharp line. So now for the liner, we're not going to do a wing liner. You're just going to place the black gel liner, and you're going to lightly tight line your upper lash line, just giving you the illusion of having a wing liner without actually having gel wing liner. So now we're going to clean everything up, curl our lashes, place some mascara, and add our false lashes. I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Voluminous like Lash Paradise. It's a new mascara, and I love this mascara, guys. This mascara is amazing. I can't even explain to you how amazing it is, and I have like the shortest, stubbiest lashes of life, I swear. So once we are done placing lashes, I'm going to go into Lashes in a Box, my favorite brand, and the number 13, and I'm going to place this on my eyes, obviously, and then boom, our eyes are done. So now moving on to face, I'm going to take this NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I clearly placed way too much on my face, but I do love this primer. It's become my new favorite and new holy grail. So now taking this Makeup Revolution setting spray, I'm just going to go ahead and set or prime our face for foundation. And now going into our my favorite foundation, this EX1 Invisiwear foundation in the shade 10.0, I believe it is. This foundation is so pretty. I use this on my clients for freelance work, and I love this foundation. I think you can find it on like lookfantastic.com, and they always have a 15% off coupon code, and this foundation is only like $16, so it's totally worth it, guys. It makes your skin look so flawless and so perfect. So now for contour, I'm going to go into this LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toast. I'm going to place this on my forehead, and I don't want to place everything down first before I blend it out. I just want to go slowly and work in sections, because I feel like that's how you get the best results. Like all those girls you see on Amazon, on Instagram that place everything down first, I find that to be really difficult to blend out. So I like to do things in sections. So here I am blending out my forehead. Once that is blended out, I am going to use the excess underneath my jawbone, because there's still a lot on the Beauty Blender, so you don't need to place more when it's not necessary. I'm going to contour my nose very lightly, blend that out, and then contour my cheekbones as well. Okay, so once everything is blended out, I'm going to jump into concealer. I'm going to take this NYX HD concealer, and I'm going to use this to highlight my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my Cupid's bow. I'm not going to use this underneath my eyes because I don't feel like it's a heavy concealer. I feel like it's a little bit too light for me, so I like to use it as like a highlighting concealer instead. So once everything's blended out, I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium, and I don't like to use a lot of this concealer because it can age you really quickly, so I'm only going to do about 3 dots or 4 dots on each side, and then just go ahead and blend that out. And I love the way that this concealer looks when you don't use a lot. Like a lot of people that use a bunch of this concealer, I'm just like, ugh, I like cringe inside because I don't know how they do it. It's such a full coverage concealer that I feel like you need the littlest amount and it goes the longest way. So once everything is really blended out, we're going to go ahead and set everything. And for that, I am going to go ahead and use the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder. I actually love this powder, guys, and I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think I was going to like it. So I went ahead and I mixed this with some RCMA No Color Powder because I didn't want it to be too yellow and have too yellow of a highlighted effect. And I just honestly, I haven't used the RCMA No Color Powder in forever, and I actually love it. I forgot all about it. So I'm going to use a big fluffy blending brush and just pat everything into my face, just making sure everything is very set and blended out. And once we're done doing that, you're going to look really powdery. So because of that, I'm going to go into that setting spray and just spritz my face again just to make all that powder really set into my face. So now for highlight, you guys know I love to go into highlight first. I'm going to use this CARLI BYBEL palette and use the highlighters for my cheeks. And honestly, guys, another thing that I was pleasantly surprised about, I actually love these highlighters. I feel like it doesn't emphasize any texture whatsoever. I am really surprised. So I'm going to use that for my cheekbones, my chin, my forehead, and my nose. And I'm only going to do it on the tip of my nose. This is my new thing. I don't like to drag it on the bridge of my nose anymore. And now to give myself a little bit more pop, I'm going to take this Sleek Makeup Solstice highlighting palette and take the champagne shade and just top the top of my cheekbones with that. And then I honestly was too lazy to pick up a brush, so I'm just going to use my finger and highlight my brow bone with this. And I feel like that completed the eye look so good. And then I'm going to take this MILANI Make It Dewy spray, only spray myself twice because you can get a little bit oily. So now I'm going to jump into the Colourpop Alexis Ren Duo, and I'm going to bronze my face and really set everywhere where we contoured with this, bringing some life into my face, my forehead, my cheekbones. You guys know the drill. You guys see everybody do this all the time. I love that bronzer, guys, and I think it's only like 12 bucks. I don't really know if they have it anymore, but if they do, you guys should go out and get it because it's amazing. So now going into my newest obsession, I'm going to take this NYX Nude To Me Ombre blush. Oh my god. And I'm going to hit the apples of my cheeks with this. It just gives you such a like bronzy, like peachy, I don't know, it just gives you such a pretty feel. So since I went a little bit crazy with everything, I'm going to clean it up. And then I'm going to take this like purpley highlight color from the Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm going to apply this to the inner corners of my eyes. And guys, oh my god, how pretty is that highlighter? I wouldn't use that on my cheeks, but as an inner corner highlight, it's so pretty, it's not even funny. It brought some life into this eye look for real. So now going into my under eyes, I'm going to go back into that terracotta brown, and I'm going to buff that back and forth underneath my lash line as so. You guys can see it right here. And I'm just going to go in with this just to really deepen up the eye look a little bit more. Since it is really dramatic on top, I want it to be dramatic on the bottom. Now to really blend that out, I'm going to go in with that soft shade of a brown like peachy and just blend it all out. And then I'm going to tight line with a small definer brush using that matte purple and just really keeping it about halfway in. And then once I am done with that, I'm going to go in with the black and do the exact same thing. And once we have placed the black, I'm going to go back in with that terracotta brown and just buff everything together, just really giving you that smoked out illusion. Okay, and now for the star of the show. I mean, the eyes are gorgeous and I love it. It's probably my favorite look, but the star of the show is for sure the lips. So I'm going to go in using MAC's Current Lip Liner, and I'm going to line my entire lips with this because we're going to go in with a super deep color. You want to make sure that you line your lips before you go in with that deep liquid lip because things can get crazy really quickly. So once I am done lining my lips with this color, it's going to give the color a little bit of a purpley undertone, although the lip color does already have a purpley undertone, but it's just going to bring it to light a little bit more. So now I'm going to take Colourpop's Mamacita liquid lipstick by Iluvsarahii, and oh my god, this color is so pretty. It looks super burgundy in the, I guess you can say like the bottle, but when you place it on your lips, it's more of like a purpley burgundy than like a red burgundy. And honestly, this is my first matte liquid lip from Colourpop, and the formula is to die for. It doesn't crumble on your lips. It is dry, but it's not drying as in like cement on your lips. It doesn't crumble, it doesn't move. I just love this color so much, so congrats to her because this color is amazing. So that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this voiceover and the switch up of things, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. Bye guys.